Now for Wily Stage number 3, we're actually going to have to deal with two bosses, similar to what we had to deal with in the first couple stages of Wily's Castle in Mega Man 7. We have to do a battle with Bass, or Bass, first off when he has the Super Adapter, which unfortunately we did not get in this game. And then we will have to deal with, like, the Green Devil. Similar to the Yellow Devil from the classic Mega Man series, it's a green giant slime boss monster that you have to shoot multiple times to get closer into, you know, spreading the slime away so that you can get a clear shot on the center, or the eye part of the monster. Now for that battle, as well as the final couple of battles against Wily, I will be using special abilities. The main reason for using one, instead of just using the Mega Buster on this boss at the end of this one, that green slime monster, is really for time constraints. Like, it takes forever to defeat the slime monster with just the Mega Buster. I will be using the Thunder Claw, which will help me out. Now for this whole area that I've been dealing with these bombs that exploded, it's difficult to travel across them. At the end there, make sure that you wait for that rock to be thrown and then jump on top of the rock so you actually can stand on that rock to make it over that spike area. After that platforming's done, we run into Bass, or Bass, for the first time since the very opening cutscene of the game.
Come on, Treble!
So here we have our battle now, as you use the dark energy that we're trying to eliminate in this game. He can be a pain. His big main thing is when he lands, he's going to fire those two straight shots. Those are the hard things to dodge. You have to time it correctly to jump either in between them or maybe try to jump over both of them, but it's definitely easier to just jump in between each one, deliver a full shot when you can. And then when he fires the ones all the way up in the air, the big blast into the sky, it then falls down as a kind of a spread thing. It falls down and you can stand in an open area to dodge it, but then a second stream of it's going to come down, so you're going to have to move to the left or right to dodge that second stream. It's very hard because you have only like a split second to move yourself to avoid taking damage. He also has that laser move, which he goes up in the air and then lands on either the left or right side and then slides across the screen, shooting that laser straight downwards at you. For that move, just quickly move to the opposite side of the screen from him. That's probably the easiest of the moves to dodge. You can use the slide, obviously, to speed through that area to help you out. The hardest is definitely that move right there, that multiple spread shot downwards can be a real pain to deal with. Now with that final hit, as you can see, just like Mega Man 7, we don't beat him or don't kill him. He has one piece of health left as he flies across the screen, and while we have one more cutscene quickly with him before we move on. Now after that battle, we have a little bit more platforming and traveling to do before we'll get to that green slime monster. That's the final boss of Wily Stage number 3. Take out some enemies if you want to try to get a little bit of extra health. The good thing about the slime creature is he's not going to be too difficult. He's actually, I think, easier than the battle that we just faced off with. Some quick platforming on some small platforms to move across. Watch out for the spikes as well as the other enemies. Shoot them and dodge their projectiles they throw at you. When we get to the end, we have one of those containers to help you out if you need some stuff. And then we move into the robot boss. Now, like I said before, you gotta shoot it a lot of times to open it up, and then you can fire at the eye inside. And as you can see with the Mega Buster, it's going to take a long time. So I'm only going to show it a little bit with the Mega Buster, and then I'm going to switch to the Thunder Claw ability. Now, after he disappears, he does multiple different things. He'll either do this, where he appears as all the grating at the bottom, in which case then the eye kind of floats around, and he'll summon different amounts of the grating that come up, and you'll have to dodge that. Now I'm going to switch to the Thunder Claw here. I'm going to use that throughout the rest of the battle, just to make sure that this battle is speeded along a little bit. Now, you can use the Mega Buster to open him up and then hit him with the Thunder Claw, or you can hit him multiple times with the Thunder Claw. Just, I'll alternate between just so I don't run out of the ability during the battle. Sometimes when he disappears, he'll just immediately reform so that you can hit him again and do some damage. And then his other main move is he will disappear, and then he'll actually come in as a giant wave of the slime. And you'll have to, like, quickly avoid it, as we'll see right here. There it is. As long as you're on the far left or right, away from where the eye is going to be traveling, you'll be able to dodge it. Now, you can, of course, slide to help you along, speed it up a little bit. But it's pretty easy to dodge that one. The hardest one to dodge is definitely that grating one, when he summons the little ones that come out of the grating at the bottom of your feet. Now, the hardest thing or worst thing about this fight is just the fact that it's very long to deal with. It takes a long time to actually be able to keep hitting him. So it's just kind of keep dodging, keep hitting when possible, and his pattern really doesn't change up. He doesn't introduce any new moves to us throughout the battle. Thankfully, only one more hit now to defeat him. There it is. The eye explodes, the rest of the slime is destroyed and will explode. And now we can move on to Wily Stage number 4, our final stage of the game. Now, Wily Stage number 4 is very similar to the final stages of the previous Wily Castles throughout all of the Mega Man original series. We had to do another gauntlet versus all the Robot Masters from the previous levels. Now, the 4 chambers on the right contain the second set of 4 Robot Masters, and the ones on the left contain the original 4. I'm going to start with the harder second set, starting with Swordman. Our strategies remain the same for all these Robot Masters. While dodging their different moves. For Swordman, there's a lot of times when you're not even going to be able to do damage to him, as he does his spinning tornado move, or that one where he uprises the tornado around his body like that. So that's impossible to actually do damage to him, and you're just kind of waiting for him to stop that, so that you can get in a full shot. slide underneath that spinning top-like move just to dodge it. And then make sure that you're not standing too close to him when he does do his jump. Make sure you jump over the legs, deliver a shot, but get away so that that sword move that he does use doesn't hit you.
Final strike. Fire slash. Impressive.
Just like the other Mega Man games, when you defeat a Robot Master in this part, they do give you a little bit of health, so that will help you out as we now travel to the next one, which is Aquaman.